What's going on, everyone? It's time for another Shudder exclusive film review. This isn't sponsored by them, like always. I just like promoting companies I like, and yeah, this is one of their films that I checked out and that I thought I should talk about. It's called You Might Be the Killer. So, it's released December 4th, 2018 originally. It just got recently picked up for Shudder to help distribute it, and it was directed by Brett Simmons, who's also done films like Husk, Animal, The Monkey's Paw, and Mark of Love. So, You Might Be the Killer is a interesting little film. It has, yeah, so basically, um, there's some young 20-year-olds go to a summer camp that um, goes to a summer camp in the middle of summer, help get ready for the camp season, and then one of them ends up finding a mask, and he puts it on, and he ends up killing some of them. Now he's not sure if it's him killing them or the mask is making him kill them. So he calls his good friend Chuck, who's a girl, at some like video store, hobby shop type deal, and discusses with her how to take care of the situation. And it's this is a horror slasher comedy, and basically as he's on the phone with her, he feels the attentions to put the mask back on, and then he goes and kills somebody, comes back, and he can't fight. He's trying to fight the urge, and he's talking to her and trying to come up with ways to how to try to prevent it and stop it and take care of it. And yeah, it was quite the interesting little movie. Yeah. So obviously this is in the same vein as what was that movie I reviewed a couple months ago? Um the one where the camp there's a movie out there that's similar to this where people go see a slasher film and then they get sucked into one girl's mom's movie. I think it's called, was it the, it's not the Final Girls, it's something else, but yeah, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's similar to a film like that film. But yeah, so basically when the camp counselors get there, you see a scorecard pop up on the screen, and it says count dead counselors 0. So and they slowly keep track, and it bounces back and forth and stuff throughout this crazy plot line. And yeah, that's probably one of the more annoying parts of the film. But yeah, so it's your typical slasher type film, but with like an interesting little twist to it, where the guy who's out killing doesn't really want to kill them, but he puts on this mask and gets the urge to kill them. So yeah, you have that interesting little aspect to it. Makes you think of other slasher films, though. It's just like maybe that was happening to one of them, or what would be the case if that was going on with them? But yeah, and yeah, it has this fun little spin to it, and there's like a lot of good like little jabs to like the horror genre and stuff like that, which is amusing and stuff. It's your run of the mill slasher though, besides that one little twist and little odd thing. And yeah, but the girl who plays Chuck, she's the one who plays like Buffy's best friend in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She's always great in movies and stuff whenever she appears, and she's still smoking hot. She's still a redhead. And yeah, so but her character feeds him a lot of information on ways he can help prevent things and stuff. But the guy who's the one on the phone with her, he's just dumb and doesn't listen, and he's a guy. That's all it is. And yeah, it's very relatable and cheesy in some scenes, but that's what makes it amusing. But besides that, it's just your basic run-of-the-mill slasher film. There is some really good bloody kills in this, and some really good gore effects. Cinematography's pretty good, music's pretty good, but overall the story was lacking quite a bit of originality. It has some originality put in there with like the new elements and stuff, and but it needed more than just that little bit to make it something good. Now, like the movie that it's similar to, which I can't remember the name of off the top of my head for some reason. Um, Yeah, that one looked a little cartoony at times. This one is full on dark, like Friday the 13th slasher style. And yeah, but it also has like a Rise of Leslie Vernon. If you ever seen that film, the mask looks similar to that. So you get like that type of feel. And it's sort of in the same vein as that film too. And yeah, which made it amusing. I just wanted a little more different and more something more to contrast the films. But yeah, overall, it was still an amusing watch. The acting's not too bad too, and yeah, it's pretty good. Besides the annoying kill count that always pops up on the screen, I was hoping it'd say fatality a lot, like in Mortal Kombat, but no. so, but yeah, but all in all, it has a pretty predictable storyline ending in that, and it's a run of the mill slash besides the trends, the new twist that they added to it. But other than that, there's not much going for it. So yeah, besides the Chuck character was really well fleshed out as well. So I give it those props, but for the most part, it was your standard slasher film. Turn off your brain, watch it, and find it amusing. This is made for the horror slasher type fans out there, not really the general community. So yeah, but overall, I still thought it was an amusing film. I just wish it could have been a little bit better because right now it's like run of the mill, middle of the road where I'm at with my thoughts on it. So, with all that, I'm going to give You Might Be the Killer a 3 out of 5. It was decent, but needed a lot more to make it really stand out and get a higher rating, in my opinion. So, yeah. But there's a trailer link down below, like always, if you want to check that out. If it sounds like something you're interested in, you want to check it out, it's linked down below. Also, linked down below is my Instagram, that's where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. There's the film title, hashtag, and subject on the film and the hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, link down below is my Letterbox at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first story right after watching the films. So follow me on one of those two platforms, stay in the loop. Also, if you have Shudder, look for me in the comments. Derek Peterson, no spaces. I usually put a star rating right after watching the films and a comment. So yeah, follow me up, find me on Shudder too, in the comment section. I'm always on there after I finish watching stuff. So, and I'll most likely be talking about it on here eventually. So yeah. But make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. Let me know your thoughts, and if there's any other films on Shudder or any films in general or film franchise that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe because we'll find something weird, obscure, and odd, somewhat like this together, or so you can hear my opinions on popular films, classic films, and other random stuff as well. And yeah, don't forget to ring that bell though, because this was a Shudder one, a film, but I'm gonna go to a more. We're gonna stay in the comedy realm, like horror comedy, but we're gonna go more monster movie in the next one because I'm going to be checking out a film I've been told about that I have to check out, and that's Big Ass Spider. So that'll probably be the next review. So make sure you ring that bell, and yeah, watch out for all your friends putting on those masks and might be turning into killers out there while you go camping or at the cottage. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.